two things before comment on the game. Number one, I want to just say thank you to our students and our fans for being in the building tonight. I wish we could have given them more to have that atmosphere like as we had during the last maybe 6-7 minutes of the game. But truly appreciate the fans and particularly our students being in the building tonight. So thank you for that, and credit to Rice, Rob Lanier, their coaching staff, and their players for a hard-fought road win. A lot of respect for them and their program and their entire team. Difference in the game was their elite guard play and three-point shooting. We knew it was going to be a challenge going into the game, and thought that their guards, their whole team played very well. But obviously when you look at 14, 21, 16, and 19 from four of their top perimeter players, we weren't able to match that.
Coach, you bring it back to tied up at halftime. What was it about that early to mid second half that they were able to turn switch?
The three-point ball. Again, we didn't make a three, I believe, until the last 5 minutes of the game. I think Meach Gardner hit the first one in the corner as we were trying to come back. Then we hit a couple, and one of them Jordan hit very late in the game. That three-point ball is powerful, and we basically we're a goose egg on that end, and they made us pay. And I knew how good they're averaging 12 three-point made field goals a game over their last three, and they hit 12 tonight. And it was clearly an emphasis in practice the last 3 days. And you give credit to their guards because they stepped up. They made some tough ones. They got a couple where they got loose out of rotation. It's why we made adjustments with our defense going to switching just to try and eliminate some of the rotations that they were putting us in, whether it was Jalen Smith off the bounce, Broadnax off the bounce, Carroll in the first half off the bounce. Anderson is a flamethrower coming off screens. And, man, they burned us. And we couldn't answer from the three-point line. That ends up being the main difference. Yeah, you still would love him to have more than three, but if you draw 8 fouls and you shoot 10 free throws, that's in essence almost the same as taking, 9-10 shots. And in this game, we even wanted more from him. But they were trapping. They played small. They trapped. They did a great job with that. They got the ball out of his hands. He got fouled a pretty high percentage of the time that he did get down there. The area that I know he and our bigs wish we could have been better, and it was a major emphasis, is offensive rebounding. And whether it's Reed, Eli, or Gio, really getting in there and making a presence on the offensive glass. Because you know what? If a team wants to take away touches with fronting and double teaming, they're going to be able to do that. We've been in that situation before. And again, that's an extremely well-coached team, really good players, and they did that in terms of eliminating maybe the first side touch or even the second side touch. But you can go to the offensive glass and find a way to do that, and not sure we did what I know we needed to do on the offensive glass to take advantage there, to be able to get more than 3 field goal attempts, even with the fouls he drew.
Demetri Gardner, been here a full month now, second leading scorer tonight. Just what steps do you want to see him continue to take in this next month and a half?
Continue to I said it in here after the very first game on December 31st that he would keep growing and getting better, and he's showing it 4 straight games, double digits. I wish we had him the whole season. Want him to even be more aggressive, particularly shooting the basketball. I mean, somebody right now that's shooting over 50% or near 50% from 3 in conference play, and it's no secret we desperately need that. And so from keeping the floor spaced and shooting, I thought he had 2 opportunities to catch and shoot in the first half, and he passed those up and ripped drives, and he makes good stuff happen off the bounce a lot. He gets fouled. He got fouled on one of them. But when we get a chance to knock in a catch and shoot, we got to take it. And I went down the bench and told him that when I said, when you go back in, and he knocked that one in the right corner. But we need more of it because we are struggling to shoot the ball, and that was a big difference tonight. But proud of Meach and the way he's fighting and learned this system. Sorry.
Spending a lot of the game playing to close that score margin, what are some things that you can implement, whether that's in practice or future games, to close that margin and then take the lead?
It's a great question. It's a loaded question because if I had that answer, we wouldn't be sitting here playing from behind all the time. I would love to be sitting with a 5, 10, 15, 20-point lead. We haven't been in that position in conference play. Even our North Texas game was a possession game for 40 minutes. And, that's probably what this ball club's going to be in possession games. And that's okay. That's okay. Where we are, we're very thin tonight. We didn't have Tybo Bailey, guy that we really count on. So we were extremely thin. We went a little deeper in our bench. We played Patty. We played Luke. But that being said, you can't give away possessions earlier in the game. You can't give, their shooters in the first half, I believe they had 5 threes in the first half. I believe it was 5. And their top shooters had 3 of them. We can live with some of the other ones. We can live with some of the other, but then they shot the ball in the second half from 3. They made 7. And so you give their elite shooter, some of the guys, man, they're going to make some threes, even if that's not maybe the first thing on the scouting report. Maybe that's not their number one strength that you're trying to take away. But when you allow guys like on an out-of-bounds play, and Anderson comes flying off, and we know what's coming, and he gets a shot in the corner, and we get clipped on a screen, man, you can't give those up. And so that's what we got to continue to practice.
Coach, we asked about this a lot, but Jordan Riley, 37 points tonight. What have you seen from his effort in this one, and just kind of the bear he's taking on?
I mean, you guys saw it like I saw it. He needs help. We need other guys. When this team gets other guys to step up and take some off, we got a chance to be a pretty good team. And, he fights. He fights on both ends. I know he's exhausted and fatigued. He's got the other team's target in terms of on his back, and we know that, and he knows that. But, we just, if other guys continue to step up, and we've had guys do it, but we got to, consistency is the word. We need consistency. Our point guards tonight went 1 for 12. That's not going to do it versus a group of 4 guards that could be as good as any 4 guards in this league shooting the ball and playmaking. 1 for 12 is not going to cut it. It just isn't. And, you can't – Jordan can go score. Jordan wants to win. I know that. Jordan wants to win. But there comes a time where our best chance to win is him attacking the way he was, playing through contact. We had opportunities to make shots and make baskets at the rim that we have to make and our guards have to make. And you know what? To answer your question, we'll continue to practice that we do every day, and at some point you hope it carries over.
Anything else? Coach Corey was 1 for 9, but he had 9 assists. Just talk about his ability to just, kind of keep fighting through this, kind of shooting slump.
It's a great thing because as a coach, what you say is, if you're struggling to score, find other ways to impact the game. Defense, rebounding, point guard, sharing the ball, getting other guys shots. And he did that. And he's always done that all year. His assist-to-turnover ratio is very high. I know Corey doesn't have to score like Jordan does at all. He doesn't. That's not what this team needs. But efficiency, whether it's from Isaiah, Corey, Tybo if he's healthy, Meach has shown to be an efficient player. We need our guards. We need, when you play 3 6'1" guards, we don't have the length and athleticism that we might have had with Trevi LeBeau or Jay Woodard. When you play 3 6' or 6'1" guards, you need efficiency, whether it's efficiency from taking care of the ball and assists, those guys are giving it to us, or efficiency from the three-point line. And right now, we're not getting that. And that's where we know is an Achilles heel for our team. But we will keep working on it.
You mentioned Tybo's health. Do you expect to have him back for Sunday?
I hope so.